Unit 5B, Fractiles. The stem fract means to break. Fractions are broken numbers. Fractures are broken bones. Fractiles are numbers which break distributions up into pieces. The median is a fractile that breaks a distribution up into two pieces. If we have a sorted distribution from high scores down to low scores, the median is a fractile which breaks the distribution into two pieces, the upper half or top half and the lower half or bottom half. Example: find the median of this distribution. This particular distribution has an odd number of scores, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is 5. The median is the score in the middle. The naive students might say, well, 4 is in the middle, so 4 is the median. No, that's not true. The distribution must be sorted first, so be careful. If the distribution is not sorted, you must sort it first. So I'll start with the low one, 1, 4, 7, 9, 21. Now the distribution is sorted, and the score in the middle is 7, so 7 is the median of this particular distribution. Another way to do it is to take a formula. You take the sample size and you cut it in half. The sample size is 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. Well, we disregard the fraction, and this 2 tells us in our sorted distribution we're going to take 2 scores from the bottom and 2 scores from the top, and what's left in the middle, that's the median. This distribution has an even number of scores, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here n is 6. When you have an even number of scores, there is no score in the middle. This distribution is already sorted. Let's use that formula we had before. Cut the sample size in half, n over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. What that tells us to do is count 3 scores from the bottom and 3 scores from the top. And the median would be here. There is no number there. So what do? We take the 2 scores that are in the middle, 16 and 14, and we go halfway between those two. Halfway between 16 and 14, well, you could see it right away, would be 15, or you can get the mean of the 2 scores. Add the 2 scores together and divide by 2. You get 30 over 2, which is 15. So either way, halfway between 14 and 16 would be 15, or get the mean of 14 and 16, and that would also give you 15. So 15 is our median. Quartiles break a distribution up into 4 pieces. So if we have a distribution sorted from highest to lowest, and we break it up into 4 pieces, the numbers that do that are called Q1, Q2, and Q3. These low scores in this bottom fourth are in the first quartile. We call this group of scores the second quartile. These make up the third quartile, and the highest scores in this top quarter are in the fourth quartile. If your child's teacher says your child is in the 4th quartile in English, well, that means your child has a very high score. Find the Q1, Q2, and Q3 scores for this distribution. So we want to find the scores that break this distribution up into quartiles, into 4 pieces. The standard way to do that is to first find the median of the distribution, that is, to break the distribution in half. We already did that. We found the median for this to be 15. So that's the Q2 score. Next, what we can do is take the top half of the distribution and the bottom half of the distribution and find the median, again, of those 2 pieces separately. So the median of the top half, the number in the middle, would be 19. So 19 would be the Q3 score, and the number in the middle on the bottom half would be 9. So 9 would be the Q1 score. Percentiles are scores which break a distribution up into 100 pieces. So if we took a distribution, we sorted it from, say, high down to low, and we broke this up into 100 pieces, which I'm not going to do. And the numbers that do that are called P1, P2, P3, and so on, up to P98, P99. In the middle would be P50. We also call P50 the 50th percentile. P2 would be the 2nd. Sometimes you abbreviate it like this, 2nd percentile. If your child's teacher says your child is in the 10th percentile in mathematics, well, that would be relatively low. Referring to your child's weight, what does it mean if the doctor says that it's at the median? If you took the weights of all children of your child's age, say, and ranked them from high down to low, the median would be in the center. So your child would be normal or average weight. On the other hand, if the doctor says your child's weight is in the 1st quartile, if you took the weight of all the children, ranked them from high down to low, cut that into 4 pieces, the 1st quartile would be near the bottom down here, so your child's weight would be relatively low. So maybe your child is thin, perhaps too thin. But anyway, your child would have a low weight relative to other children his age. Finally, if the physician says your child is in the 86th percentile weight, if you ranked all the scores from high to low, 50th percentile would be in the middle. I guess the 75th percentile would be the Q3 score. And the 86th percentile is going to be someplace in here. So your child would be on the heavy side. End of Unit 5B. See Unit 5C for box plots.